friend. Rodney Walker here with Grand Central USA. Hope you are doing well. What a wonderful day. I know you might be saying, Rodney, what you mean wonderful day? Well, the very fact that you're alive makes this a wonderful day. And I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited to be with you today because I'm introducing for the first time our grant writing success secrets magazine. Yes, that's what this is. This is the Success Secrets magazine. Now, we have a newsletter, and some of you have already read through the newsletter, and it's packed with a lot of great information. But this is the audio visual version of that newsletter, and I'm going to talk you through some of that stuff. That newsletter is currently being featured over on LinkedIn, and I'm going to take some time to go over to it today. But before I do that, I want to let you know, some of you were asking me about the AI grant writing machine. And we had a time with this training just last week. And I had some wonderful, wonderful participants that were a part of that. In fact, I want to send some shouts out to them right now. Nikki, who already knew how to do grant writing, who had already won like $300,000. Some of you saw that video that I did with Nikki Smith. If you haven't, go over to Get Funded with Rodney channel and look for Nikki Smith. Great interview. You can see her. You can see her going through stages and seeing her growth and development. I'm so proud of her. Way to go, Nikki. But she came to this, and it was like we turbocharged her and got her. I mean, like this is like she's just going like lightning speed now, because now she's taken the technology and has married that technology. And let me tell you, that technology is very powerful. It's almost like you're on a bicycle and you're competing against somebody who's in a car. And I don't care if the car is an older car. The bike is going to lose that race almost every time unless the car runs out of gas. But this AI technology and marrying those two together, oh, I can just imagine what's going to happen. But there's some others that were there. I want to send a shout out to Niamani and her mother. They're doing some really cool things. They were a part of it. We had a great time with them. And last but not least, Miss Brianna, who was a part of it. We had a great time. And just seeing them grow and seeing the light bulb go off about what is possible and how they're now taking this technology and using it to develop grant proposals quicker, where it used to take days sometimes to do an 8 to 10 page proposal. Now with this technology, it's a major, major game changer. So if you haven't had a chance yet, you may want to participate in the next one. But in addition to that, we got some other cool things going on. And I'm going to tell you about this event right now. This event that we got going on right now, that's going to be happening on the 6th and the 7th. This is our grant writing class. It's a 2-day event. And it's being taught by yours truly. And I'm going to be providing some great content to help you to learn this grant thing quickly. And if you haven't learned it, let me tell you this, even if you already have learned it, trust me when I tell you, there are some tricks of the trade that even those that have been doing this for a while, that have come to my trainings, have been able to glean great insight that were major game changers for them in their grant efforts. So that's going to be going on. In fact, let me tell you this, with this up and coming training that we have going on today, we have a special that ends today for this training. You can literally save yourself. What's that amount? It's $145 that you can save today if you decide to come and hang out with me for this event. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that a little later. But for now, just know that that event is going to be taking place and you can register for it today. In fact, if you're interested in learning what you see there on the screen, you may want to go ahead and take advantage of this class today. In fact, you can see some of the things that I'm going to be talking about. But I promise you that I'm going to take you over someplace else. And I want to navigate over, because I want you, my friend, to know more information about the Success Secrets newsletter. And this issue that we have is going to be revealing some really powerful things. It's going to be helping you to do a better job of being able to do grants and being able to learn this grant thing and and not waiting for things to happen, but literally taking charge. Are you listening to me? Taking charge and making things happen. Now, a few of you have already joined. Do me a favor, those of you that are tuning in, thank you, first of all, for being here today. I appreciate you. Let me know where you're coming from over in the chat. Just let me know, hey, I'm coming from wherever you are, so I can at least acknowledge you. I want to thank you for being here with me. But today, I'm going to be sharing some information about our new magazine. And I'm calling it a video magazine. Yes, that's what it is. It's the Grant Writing Success Secrets video magazine. And this magazine allows us to talk about some of the stuff that's inside of our newsletter. And we got some cool things that are in the newsletter that's going to help you to grow, get your confidence up so you can go to the next level. Because again, if you want to go to the next level, you, my friend, have got to grow. You got to get new insight. You got to get new information that's going to help you and allow you to look at things differently and to do things differently. You see, here's the thing. I never forget when I was first starting out this whole grant thing. I wanted to learn, didn't really have anybody to really show me. But that's not an excuse. And unfortunately, sometimes we allow excuses to keep us from moving forward on those things that we really want to do. And I know some of you really want to learn grant writing. You want to know it. You don't know it, but you want to know it. And some of you are seriously thinking about doing this as a career. Well, if you want to do this as a career, you want to make an investment. It's almost like me saying that I want to be something, but I'm not willing to invest in learning that something, whatever that something is. For instance, somebody say, hey, they want to be a doctor. Okay, great. They want to be a heart surgeon. Are we going to trust you to go into that operating room without you having ample years of studying, learning medicine, and being able to perform that surgery and looking over the shoulder of someone else a number of times, and then having several practice sessions on not a real human? Hold your horses. We got to get you ramped up. And so there's training that has to happen. And in that same way, if you're going to learn this grant thing, we want to make sure that you make an investment into yourself that helps you to be prepared. Now, there's some cases and situations where people are just thrown into the fire and have to just kind of learn on the spot. And I understand that. But the more you can get prepared, the more you can learn, the more you can prepare yourself to be ready, the better. And I'm going to share with you some resources to help you to do that, my friends, so that you don't have to start from ground zero. You can start wherever you are and begin to make some magic happen. That's what I want to see you do. I want to see you make some magic happen and not wait for things to happen. In fact, that's why this issue of the magazine is actually called Make It Happen. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to make it happen. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up real quickly so that you and I can go and take a glance over at it so you can know what this resource is and you can use this resource to your advantage. We want to go take a look at it. Let me see if I can pull it up and see if we can help to make technology be our friend instead of our foe on today. Sometimes it's my foe and I got to let it go. So I'm hoping that you can see this. I'm thinking right now, based upon what I'm seeing, that maybe you don't see it. Okay. But until I can figure out how to get it up, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go over to LinkedIn. And if we're not connected on LinkedIn, I want you to connect with me on LinkedIn because I hang out quite a bit over there. And once you connect with me over on LinkedIn, what we can do is then I can begin to share with you more information that can help you. And let me see if I do this. Maybe, just maybe this may pull her up. Let's see. Did that pull her up? Did that pull her up? Don't look like it did. Okay. So maybe right now, maybe you just gonna have to visualize this newsletter. Okay. Can you do that? Maybe you just have to visualize this newsletter and let's see if I can still get to it. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna give up that easy. Okay. And I'm on the link. Let's see. Can you view it? It looks like right now that we're still having a challenge with getting that to actually happen. But no worries, no worries. We'll figure it out, and then you'll get a chance to see it. In the meantime, my friend, in the meantime, I want to call your attention to a special event that we have going on, and that is none other than our grant writing training that we have that's coming up really soon, April the 6th and the 7th. Now, let me tell you about this event, and I really want to encourage you, if you're seriously interested, to capture the early bird special before it ends. It ends today. Yes, not tomorrow, today. So you can catch this early bird special and hopefully come to our April 6th and 7th event. Now, you can simply go over to grantwritingclasses.org and register. Save that $145 for today's event. You and I get a chance to hang out, and you get a chance to learn this grant writing thing. And people have been coming to this training, and we got some really cool people that's getting ready to come to this next one. And I can't tell you, it's going to be good. I've had so many people that have come through this training. When they come through, they all start at ground zero. Most of them start at ground zero. A few have done some grant writing in the past, but I would probably say at least 80 to 90% of the people who come are starting at ground zero. So when they come, and if you're brand new to grant writing, you'll be right at home. And even if you've been doing grant writing for a while, this is going to be a great place for you, because it's going to be a place for you to learn what it means to be a grant professional. And what I do in the training is give you a bird's eye view of not just what it takes to be a grant writer, because if we stop right there, that would be enough. But I like for my students to be overachievers, to have more than just what everybody else is doing. So what we do in that training is we look at what is the mindset of those who have the money and that are giving out the money. And I help you to start thinking like they think. Because as soon as I can help you to start thinking like the ones who are giving out the money, then my friends, you are that much closer to getting the money. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, just hit in that chat. Yes, let me know. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. And don't be hiding over there. I see you. I know you see me. I see you. Okay. So let me know in that chat. Yes, no, if it's making sense or not. Okay. So here's the thing. The quicker I can help you to start thinking like the ones who have the money, the funders, and to understand their mindset, the quicker you are likely to start getting funded, because now you know what they want, how they want it, and you know how to deliver it. And we make that marriage happen because you're doing cool things. You're wanting to do more good. But to do more good, sometimes you need additional resources. And so when we bring those resources to you through these funders who have resources, and by the way, did you know that they were obligated to give out those funds? Mm-hmm. Especially those foundations. Many of those foundations are obligated to give out a certain percentage of their funds every year. We talk about all of that and more inside of the training, and how to position yourself to be one of the ones that they want to give the funds to. Now, as you and I both know, they're not giving those funds just to every old body, any old body who just holds their hands out and say, hey, can you give me some money? Like, get out of here. Get your hands back. Just asking for funds. You're just asking for funds. Have you ever just asked for something knowing that you were not going to get it? Just, can you give me? No. Okay, no. Okay. So we don't want to be that person. We don't want to be that organization that's coming with our hands out like, hey, you give me some money. No, we don't want to just be that person. We want to be more methodical. We want to be well thought out, and we want to be calculated. We want to know, here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. And we want to have a game plan. And when you get a game plan, my friend, and a part of the training that we have is designed to help you get a game plan so that you're not knocking on the door, asking the funder for funding and getting ready to get a quick rejection. It's one thing to get a rejection, but it's another thing to get a quick rejection. So quick that, man, like, hey, what happened? I don't want that to be you. So the reason that we don't want that to happen, and the way we prevent that from happening, is by giving you training, getting you up to speed, so that once you start knocking on that door, that you know how to approach the funder. And that's why in this training, we're going to be going through some of the following. We're going to be going through the best ways to approach them. Okay. Now, it's one thing to approach somebody and ask them for something. It's another thing to take your shoe off and put it in your mouth and try to ask them. Doesn't make sense, right? I know. You caught that visual. You caught that visual. I know. We don't want to ask them with a shoe in our mouth. However, let me say this. I can't tell you how, the first time I was applying for grants, I had that shoe in my mouth because I was doing some things that I didn't know I shouldn't have done. And many people who are applying for grants right now, it's the same thing. They're applying for funds, but they got a shoe in their mouth. I don't want you with a shoe in your mouth, my friend. So what we want to do is be smarter about the way that we approach them. Now, let me know if this is making sense. Just let me know, because I want to make sure that you get the points that I'm trying to share with you right now. And the way you do that is by letting me know real quick. Okay. Now, so if that's making sense, let me know and we'll keep on going. So I want you to be able to intelligently approach the funder. And the way we intelligently approach the funder is by doing our homework. Now, too many people are just wanting to get a grant and they're not doing their homework. So what happens, they make it really easy for the funder to say no. Okay. Now, sometimes you can do your homework and you still get a no, but you're more likely to get a no when you don't do your homework. And I don't want you being a novice in that you're approaching this as a novice. Now, it's okay to start out not knowing what you're doing. We all, whenever we learn anything, we have to start out at ground zero. I started at ground zero too. And I told you, I fell flat on my face the very first time I applied for a grant. But we want to circumvent as much as that is possible. If I already got some nicks and some bruises from lessons learned, you don't have to go through those same situations when you can just get some information that can help you to do a better job. In fact, a part of what I'm saying, my friend, is that maybe it's time for you. Maybe you should probably be one of my next grant writing apprentices. Okay. And we got an apprentice program that's designed to help you to keep from being like a novice. You can apply if you're interested in that. You can go over to our site at Grant Central USA and learn more about that. But again, the bottom line is we've got several different programs: the Rising Star program, the Trailblazers program, the VIP program that's really designed for those who are trying to do this as a business. But go learn and take a look at some of the information that's over there. And maybe that will help you, because you don't have to stay a novice. If you want to, you can be one and stay there if you want to, but that's not how you get funded. You get funded when you start learning valuable information that can help you to transition and begin to do what you're trying to do in a way that is intelligent, that makes sense, that has a strategy behind it. Now, let me tell you this. In today's issue of the Grant Writing Success Secrets, the secret that I talked about a couple of secrets. Well, a few secrets. There's some good secrets over there. Remember, that's over on LinkedIn. You can get the physical version over on LinkedIn. Simply go over there, look for Rodney Walker, connect with me there. If you go into my main profile page, you can scroll down and you'll see a place. In fact, let me try this again. We had a challenge the last time, but let's see if I can pull this thing up, because I really want you to see this. I want you to know that this resource is here for you. Let's see. Am I able to pull it up this way? Okay, so maybe, let me do this. Maybe, there we go. Okay, we got the information there. So let's see if I can grab it now. And I'm going to let you take a peek at it. And here's the newsletter, okay? And that newsletter can be had. And you know what? People really want to reach me today. They're like, man, Rodney, can we talk? I can't talk right now, though. I can't talk right now because I'm talking to you. You are that important to me that I'm going to give you my undivided attention. But let's go back right now and let's take a look at this newsletter and let's see how this newsletter can help you, because a part of what we're talking about in this newsletter here is about you being able to make things happen. Okay. And that's what it's talking about. In fact, I asked this question: what would happen if you decided, instead of waiting for things to happen, you decide to make some things happen? So I want you to make things happen as it relates to your grants and not wait around, but go over and read it, because here are two powerful quotes that's in that newsletter. One is, opportunities don't happen, you create them. So my friend, my question to you is, are you creating opportunities for yourself? And I'm hoping that you are. That's what I'm hoping that you're doing. I'm hoping that's why you're here right now, taking this information so that you can create for yourself new opportunities to get funded. Okay. Now, that grant knowledge is not going to come out of the sky and just hit you upside the head. Now, it's good. I'm glad that it doesn't happen that way, because if it did, we all be knocked out. I'd be knocked out with you. Okay. But we don't want to be knocked out by it. What we want to do is we want to take the information that's available, and a lot of information to help us. And it goes on to that next quote right underneath it. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. It's a great quote. And I'm hoping that you will allow that article or this article to help you. Now, I share some other secrets. I'm not going to go through all of the newsletter, but I want you to know some of you are interested and you're coming with nonprofit organizations, and you're working with some really nice nonprofit organizations. Your nonprofit organization may be interested in taking advantage of a couple of our free seats. Now, let me tell you this up front so you know. This is for those organizations that have a nice facility that want to partner with us. So you can come and find out more information about it. And then if it makes sense, come and complete a short application. And who knows, we may be coming to hang out with you, and you may be able to take advantage of our special training that we have. That is a 2-day event. We got an online version, but we also have in-person events as well. So maybe your organization can take advantage of that. Now, here's what's really cool about this. Once you start learning this information can really be a game changer for your agency. Why? Because you start learning this information and you start taking advantage of this information. Before you know it, my friend, you are getting funded. And that's where the fun begins. When you get funded, that's when it's fun. When you're not getting funded, that's when it's not fun. That's why I'm hoping that you don't sit on the fence. And that's why I'm encouraging you in this article, back to the top, Rodney, to make it happen. What do you really want to do? What are you trying to do? And have you put whatever you're trying to do down on paper? Meaning, have you written it down somewhere? Because if you haven't written it down somewhere, my friend, it is just a wish. And I don't want you going through life wishing. If this is making sense, I'm going to encourage you. Just let me know. Let me know if this is making sense. Because if it is, you can hit, they have a chat theme here like this. Okay. Yes. And I'm going to start us off just to show you what I'm talking about. You can hit yes. Okay. And so I'm going to encourage you to use that chat box, and we can talk and communicate with one another. But the main thing that I want you to see, my friend, and know is that you can make things happen. It won't happen unless you get up and make it happen. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. Make some magic happen. When you do that, it begins to be really special for you in a number of ways. Now, let's go over and take a look at some other things that are going to be important for us. In that article, I shared some other information in regards to making it happen. And I want you to come and take a look at it, because we've helped other people that were just like you who came in, and guess what? They knew dooley squat about grant writing, but we were able to help them. And what am I saying to you, my friend? Maybe you're starting out, you're right now, I don't have no money to go to those classes. I don't want to, no worries, no worries, my friend. Remember, we got free stuff. We got a video over on YouTube. Over 170,000 people have already viewed it. It's insightful information. It can help you. So you can feel free to come and check this out. If you're starting with ground zero, maybe you're broke. No worries. Take this class and do with it as much as you possibly can. And just know when you're ready to go to the next level, yours truly will be here waiting for you to help you at that next level as well. I think what I'm saying is just use what you got. Let's not make excuses, because the only way that you're going to be able to grow and become a confident grant writer is you got to start somewhere. And what better place than where you're at? What better place than where you're at right now? And when you do that, my friend, what you will find is that you can start making progress right where you're at and get to where you're trying to go. Now, I know you see me now, and you're like, okay, Rodney, yeah, man, you've helped to raise a lot of money. You've helped other people to raise millions of dollars. Yes. But did you know when I first started out, the first proposal that I wrote was a dud. I mean a dud. Bam, fell flat on its face. Rejection. Got my dear John letter. Get out of here, Rodney. We're not funding you. But you know, the beautiful thing is this: rejection can teach you lessons. Failure can teach you valuable lessons. And what I did was I learned from the valuable lesson of that failure. I had the senior program officer for this organization wrote at the bottom of that letter, the rejection letter. Yeah, the letter that was painful. She wrote there, hey, Rodney, if you'd like to come and discuss the problem areas of your proposal, be happy to do so with you. I took her up on that offer. I took advantage of finding out what I was doing wrong. And what I was doing wrong, it was a long laundry list of stuff I just didn't know. You see, when you're talking about learning grant writing, there are things right now that you just don't know that you don't know. And you may be doing some things right now where you're putting your foot in your mouth. And I don't want you walking around with a shoe in your mouth trying to talk to funders or trying to get funded, asking people for money. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's look at this. And let me share with you a few things that you want to do if you're serious about getting funded. Now, let's be honest. Everybody's here and everybody may be watching this may not be serious. That's okay. You don't have to be serious. You can be serious about some other things. But for those who are serious about really getting funded, I just want to talk to you for a few minutes about a few things you want to do to really attract funds your way. And the first thing that I want to say, if you're serious about getting grant funding, you want to make some basic moves. You want to first learn, how does this whole thing work? How does this thing fit together? How is it that somebody over here has the funds and somebody over here is requesting the funds? How does this marriage happen? What are the steps to making that happen? What happens after I've received the funds? How do I have to report back to the people? Are they expecting anything else? We want to get those questions answered, my friend, so that you now understand the system, the processes that are involved. And once you learn that, then you can go to that next level and say, okay, great. Now I know what I need to do to get funded. Now let me do it. Okay. The training video that I told you that was over on YouTube, the other free one, it's going to give you a lot of that information there. Now, what it's not going to provide for you there, because the platform doesn't allow me to in this particular situation, it's not going to allow me to give you some of my templates that I have, because there are a lot of sample proposals and other templates. And in fact, that stuff, a lot of that stuff is inside some of our other trainings, like our apprenticeship program that I was telling you about earlier, that if you're interested in some of that, you can go and check some of that out. But we have other things like our masterclass that we offer. And the masterclass is something that's offered on the fourth Friday of every month, where you and I get a chance to hang out. But I go in detail, more detail than I'm able to do right now, keynote PowerPoint presentation, where you're able to look and see step by step a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about. But there are a number of trainings that we've already done. In fact, let me see if I can show you, because I like to show people when I can using this technology, some of the things that I'm talking about so that it hopefully can make sense for you so that you can get the information that you need to help you to succeed. And did I just rhyme? I think I did. Okay. I want to give you some information to help you to succeed. Now, check this out. Hopefully you can see this, and let me come over here and see if I can pull this stuff up so that you can see what I'm talking about, because I want you to see what's inside of the library. Now you'll see down in this right-hand corner in the library. In fact, let me pull it up for you. We have, this is information that we have that's in our grant money vault. Yeah, we have a vault. You didn't know I had a vault, right? It's a vault that can help you to get funded, my friend. And this is a part of our Get Funded Inner Circle. And at Get Funded Inner Circle, we have master classes. Now, on the fourth Friday of every month, that's when I teach those master classes. And you can actually kind of take a peek at some of those over at our site at grantcentralusa.com. But I'm going to give you kind of like a behind the scenes tour of it right now. Once you are a member, you're able to come in and you see this link that says library. You'll have an access code and they'll be able to take you into the library, and you'll be able to come in and you'll find some resources like this. I'm going to go into one of the membership programs right now. For instance, right now, I'm going to go into our Platinum Plus program. And this is our top level program. And as you see here, we have master classes that you can attend on the fourth Friday of every month. But in addition to that, we have these classes that you'll be able to come in and check out. And many of these classes have already been taught, so you can come in and access it right away. So let me give you an example. Once you're going after funding, you're going to need to do funding reports to say, hey, where are those potential grant opportunities housed? And as you see here, this is like an hour, it's like a 41-minute version training.
Okay, so we'll use a table.
And I'll share a lot of detailed information about how to go about finding funders that give to your cause, what you need to do strategically to set up everything. Other classes that are there, like our classes on doing a letter of inquiry, like an hour-long class. And then we have Q&A to help you. And many of these classes are here already in your vault waiting for you, just waiting for you to learn how to talk to the funder, phone scripts and things of that nature, and how to build your grant writing team, and others like how to develop relationship with them. And we have this incredible free gift, the bonus content that has helped so many people. I don't have time to go into detail to show you every bit of what's in here, but just know that this is a rich resource manual that is loaded, my friend, with some valuable content that can help you to grow and learn more about what it means to do grant writing. Okay. Loaded. Okay. But I'm not going to go into all the details of it right now. I just want you to know that that library is a part of what we offer for those who are members, and you're able to come in, get the content you need, and then this CD is delivered as an MP3, and you can download them and listen to them on whatever platform you like, or you simply listen to it right in here. It's an actual workshop that I've done that's already raised millions of dollars. So the beautiful thing is, my friend, the next thing you really want to do is you want to make some type of investment into you to get the knowledge that you need. You see, the knowledge that you need is not going to hit you off of some tree and just come out of nowhere. You are going to have to make a decision. I'm going to get some knowledge. I'm going to get some information. I'm going to grow. I am going to grow, and I'm not going to stay the same. Okay. Now, here's the beautiful thing. A lot of ways you can learn grant writing. Okay. A lot of different ways you can learn grant writing. I've shown you a few. I showed you our apprenticeship program, which is incredible. I've shown you our master classes, and then there are other trainings that are available that you can also learn this grant writing theme on as well. But it's no one cookie cutter way that you can learn. So the beautiful thing is you can learn at many different levels. One of the things that make what we do at Grant Central unique is that you may go to a class at a community college or a city college, or maybe take an online class somewhere. And in most cases, You're just getting that information from that point. And then the person who's teaching that class doesn't have experience on all of these other things that you're going to need, such as, let me just give you some examples. Some of you may learn the information and then maybe decide, I want to do this as a business. Well, you may or may not have somebody who's had experience doing business. So when you come with us, though, what we do, we've been doing this for a long time. Okay. I had a hairline when I first started out. Okay. Yes, you can see that that's long gone, right? Okay. So, but now in the thick of it, we're still going at it strong. And we're here to help you at whatever stage you're in, whether you're a beginner, whether you've been doing this for a while, maybe you're doing this with schools. Okay. You may be on the school side of things, and maybe you're a teacher or maybe an educator, and you want to say, hey, right, I want to do this as a teacher. Well, we got resources, free resources, other fee-based resources to help you. And by the way, if you haven't already, you can check out our podcast. Our podcast is loaded. We have a podcast for those who are doing this at the educational level for schools. It's called Schools Winning Grants. But we also have, for those of you who are doing this as a business, we got a business show to help you. And the business podcast is just some of the preliminary information, but we have information that goes much deeper, housed inside of the grant money vault. I can show you some more of that a little bit later, but that information is there. And guess what? The information is waiting. The same information I was just showing you just a second ago. In fact, let me go over to you and show you what I mean. Let me show you. I want to show you so you can see it for yourself. Inside the grant money vault, I'm in the business section of the platinum version. And remember, just as a side note, we got perks. There's perks for being a member. You can go get some discounts on some things, some incredible things over here. I'm not going to go into detail of it right now, but we got perks that we have for those of you that are members. And the cool thing is you can come in, you can learn, and once you learn, you can begin to earn. So all of these trainings are right there. And there's some more. If I click here, you can go to the another page and see some more master classes that are waiting for you. But this whole incredible free gift is waiting for you right now as well. And our information is delivered to you instantly. So you can go in, and for instance, let me just give you one for instance. Like, these are funders. These are people who give out money. These blue ones, people who've given out millions of dollars. And you can hear what they're saying to help you get funded. Okay. Notice over here, you see 47 lessons, 47 different lessons. Think about 30 minutes to an hour with many of these. So we got a ways to go, a lot of stuff to help you to win. And remember, I told you earlier, we got samples already waiting for you to show you what a good proposal should look like. In fact, let me pull over. Once you're in this piece, you can come over here and get some of those samples, but you can also come over and have 33 minutes or so of me teaching you what it means to do this grant writing thing. In fact, I'm going right here in this one. Hi there, this is Rodney Walker. Grants and Association was founded. I'm going through a proposal. I'm showing you what a proposal looks like, and then what a good proposal should look like, and things that I would do different with this proposal to make it better. But again, it's you looking over my shoulder, learning grant writing firsthand, so that you are not starting from scratch at ground zero. That's the worst. When you're starting from ground zero, and I don't want you trying to make a tire, a tire that goes on a car. I don't want you trying to make a tire when there's a tire company in your backyard. Hey, I'm in your backyard right now. I'm saying, hey, you don't have to try to figure this stuff out on your own. And you can learn, because part of what we want to do is I want to encourage you to leverage your time. As the quicker you can leverage your time and not waste time trying to reinvent the wheel, the better and the quicker we can help you to get funded. So getting funded doesn't have to be you going to college for 4 years. You listen, still paying school loans, right? Because hey, all that money, we're not saying it's going to take you having to pay 20, 30, 40,000, $50,000 to learn the skill. No, what I'm saying is you can learn the skill in as little as 2 days. That's what let me go back to it. You've got to see it, because just in case you're missing it, I've got to show you. I've got to show you, first of all, that class. And then secondly, I want to show you what that class looks like, because some of you are supposed to be in that class. Okay. And that class is going to help you to grow and learn what it takes to do this at a high level. And that's what I want you, my friend, to be privy to, because it's time to go from wishing you could do grant writing to doing grant writing. And like I told you earlier, some people have been wanting to do grant writing for years. They've been wanting to do grant writing for years, and they're not doing it. And I don't want you to be one of those saying, man, I wish I would have done that. No, we don't want to be living like a wish. We want to be knowing what we need to do and doing it. Here's that training that we got coming up. It's a great training. Very powerful. Now, some of you that are here, you may have some questions about the training. Feel free to let me know. You can put in the chat. Let me know what your questions are. I'll do my best to try to answer them with the few minutes that I have remaining. But the training is designed to help you to understand funders. You see, the quicker we can help you to understand funders, how the funders think, what are their methods, what do they want, how do they want it, the sooner I can help you to learn that and get an idea of what they want, because they have needs the same way you have a need, they have a need. We want to match those needs. What we don't want to do is a force fit where we're trying to make this fit happen. Okay. We don't want to force anything here. Okay. We want it to be a natural fit. And if there's a natural fit, then you win. Now, let me tell you this. Let me just elaborate on this force fit, because some people are trying to apply for grants and they're going after grant funding and they are forcing the fit. And it's a credible story. I won't go through the details of the story, but you know the story of Cinderella. Yeah, Cinderella and her wicked stepsisters. Okay. Well, in the original version of that story, you know what they did? They were trying to make the fit fits. They were having a fit, but they were trying to make that fit happen so bad so that the prince would come to them when he had that shoe. The sisters, you know what they did in the original version? They chopped off their toes to make the fit. Okay, my friend, I don't want you chopping off no toes trying to make a fit, trying to make a match with this funder to give you funding, and you chopping off toes. We don't want all that blood everywhere. What I'm saying is you got to find funders that will give to your cause. And what we do in the training, one of the things that we do in the training is show you how to do that so that you're not guessing about whether or not you're doing it the right way. Because as soon as you can learn it and say, okay, great, this is what I need to do, then you can start writing those proposals. And with the other training that we have, I told you about this training, but as you know, we have another training, and that training is designed to help you to learn this AI thing. And so when you start bringing this AI thing into the equation, and you got both of them, my friend, very powerful mix, very powerful mix. That's going to be taking place later on, but it's a very powerful training. If you haven't, we just got to have another one not too long ago. It was powerful, and it will help you. So, my friend, I'm going to have to get ready to wrap up today. But I want to remind you, go over, check out, and connect with me on LinkedIn. And remember, when you come over there on LinkedIn, go check out the resource that we have waiting for you. It is our new newsletter that is our Grant Writing Success Secrets. And I do share some valuable secrets that I know is going to help you. So until we get a chance to hang out again, my friend, remember, be brave, be bold, be brilliant. I want you to take charge. And if you've liked any of the information that's been shared today, hit that likes up button for me. And I'll see you on next time, my friend. So be brave, be bold, be brilliant, take charge, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.